Travel to rugby games, a cricket game, bars, dinner and what appears to be the gym. This is what contributed to the 16th ranked Minister Jenny Salesa outspending the Prime Minister in the first 2 months of the new government. You might remember this story from earlier this year. In March, Jenny Salesa refused to be interviewed about what she spent nearly $23,000 of taxpayer money on. So since then, we've been trying to get more information. Here's Zach Fleming with more.
The Rugby League World Cup, November last year. Tongan MP Jenny Salesa, the Minister for Building and Construction and Ethnic Communities, travelled to 3 games, paid for by the taxpayer. And many taxpayers I talked to today didn't think that's fair.
Obviously, no, that's not on, is it? Money should only be used for government-type related things, not rugby matches.
They shouldn't use it for granted. They should use it only reasonably, right?
There's always networking going on between everyone, so yes.
Samoa vs Tonga on Saturday the 4th, just 1 week after she was sworn in as a new minister. Auckland to Hamilton and back. Tonga vs New Zealand a week later, again Saturday night, November the 11th. Again, Auckland to Hamilton and back. And then Tonga-England, again Saturday night, November the 25th, this time in Auckland though, and the taxpayer also paid for her to go to an event afterwards at Sky City. Ministers can use Crown limos at any time for any purpose, at their discretion, but
the Minister would not want me to stand here and excuse it because she herself was hugely disappointed and is working to fix it.
That was Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern's response back in March to Jenny Salesa racking up more than $30,000 of expenses in her first 2 months, more than anyone else in Parliament, including the Prime Minister herself. Miss Salesa, who as an MP and Cabinet Minister earns nearly $300,000 a year, also had the taxpayer pay for her travel to dinner with the Prime Minister in late November, a cricket game in December, travel to bars, the Wellington Club and Sweatshop Brew Kitchen, and what appears to be the gym, Discipline Performance in East Tamaki. She flew from Wellington to Auckland, then back down to Wellington and then back up to Auckland in one day. And one Saturday in January, she took a Crown limo from Auckland to Hamilton and back, but no addresses listed. It's the only entry in 5 months without one. Back in March, when the Prime Minister was apologising for her, Jenny Salesa refused to be interviewed, and her office actually contradicted the PM, defending her travel, saying it was within rules, despite this from Miss Ardern.
Do you know what? I would say that Minister Salesa herself isn't satisfied. In fact, she's made that clear to me.
But she didn't offer to pay any of her travel back, and Miss Salesa's office forced Checkpoint to go through the Official Information Act to get her travel and ministerial diaries. Her office released her travel diary, but refused to release her ministerial diary, and Miss Salesa has, again, refused to be interviewed about her travel, meaning we have no way of checking any of it.
She's undertaken to make sure it doesn't happen again, and I know she's hugely regretful.
That was the Prime Minister's third apology for a silent Miss Salesa back in March. Her travel costs have since been reined in. She spent less in 3 months this year than she did in 2 months last year, so clearly there were savings to be made. Miss Salesa declined repeated offers to be interviewed about her travel expenses. For Checkpoint, Zach Fleming.